talk a little bit about what those key elements are that very successful agents are using on a daily basis. And I use the term very successful, not necessarily in terms of the dollar volume they're doing, or in terms of the units or the number of transactions they're doing. I'm talking about in the way that they run their businesses and the way that they run their lives. Because there are a lot of clients that we have are considered to be very successful people, and they may be closing 10 to 20 transactions a year, and there are others who may be closing 50 to 100 to 200. It doesn't really matter. It's whether or not they're getting from this business what they really want, and whether they're putting into the business and helping their clients in a manner that they should be helping their clients. Well, let's go through some of those commonalities. By far, I think the most common one that all our successful clients use is having a daily schedule.
Oh, I would agree, John, and I think that the key component to that is they have a schedule, but they're more importantly, they're keeping it simple and they're following it. You know, and as you know and I know, the one challenge for many folks is that they create this great schedule, they create a great opportunity for them to do certain things within that schedule, and then things happen and they get a little derailed. I think the key thing that we see is with the most successful people, they're keeping that schedule simple, but more importantly, they're eliminating any of the obstacles or challenges that might get in the way for them fulfilling what they accomplish.
Michael, what are some of the key components of that schedule? Because there are some certain things that we should be doing every day, even if we have to rearrange the time in which we're doing them. But there are some key components that very successful agents, managers, brokers use on a daily basis. What are some of those commonalities?
Well, I think for the first commonality is they block their downtime in their schedule first. I mean, they're taking the time to realize they need time off. And then from there, they're blocking in their lead generation and prospecting time. So that is a uninterrupted, every single day, in the morning, time that's dedicated to business building through their lead generation and prospecting efforts. But before that even happens, they even have another little component before that, John, that happens every day, and that's the blocking in time for practice. They're practicing their scripts, their dialogue, their role play, and for many people it's only a matter of just 15 or 20 minutes. They're not spending 2 or 3 hours. So, you know, they've got their downtime, but in their day, as they get their day going, they've got time for practice. They've got an uninterrupted, non-negotiable time for lead generation, and then from there they've got time for lead follow-up, administration, but they're very specific in what they're doing within those hours, and more importantly, they're only doing things that are revenue producing or will lead them to a revenue producing result.